Hello, I am delighted to bring you my pop-up doll's house card. On the front of this card we've got a little ghost pocket with a little cat sitting on a cushion just behind there, and we've got a little rag doll sitting on the windowsill with a little basket of roses, and we have a paper doll poking out in this little door pocket here. She's two-sided and she lives in there. If we turn this thing over, we've got a pocket on the back, and inside the pocket we've got a couple of little tags. We've got a tea set, a toy tea set here, and we've got a rag doll, and then we've got this card within a card, and we open the card. We've got a little tuck spot that's got two little pieces. It's got a little sunflower and it's got a little puppy, and they as well will fit inside the ghost pocket on the front. So they're living in there for now. And if we turn over the card, we ignore the first page and open it straight up onto the second page. We open up into this lovely pop-up kitchen. We've got a pop-up dresser, we've got a pop-up table, we've got a window that you can see through here, and two little cats, a rug. That looks really lovely. We can turn the card over to the back, ignore the first page, open straight up onto the second page, and we open onto this bedroom scene, and we've got a bed that our little paper doll, where is she? Our little paper doll fits on the bed, and she's scaled with the other things in the room here as well. This lovely chest of drawers with some little bits and bobs on top. We've got some things on the floor, a little pair of bunny slippers, a little teddy bear on the shelf, and this little paper doll here, she's got little tabs on the bottom. Difficult to show you on the video, but she will stand up in these scenes. So there we go. That is the doll's house pop-up card. It's absolutely lovely, and it's also quite weighted as well, with all these layers and things going on. It's really heavy. Looks really good. Come along with me and let's see how we put this thing together. So I've got all my bits and bobs cut out. I'm on 250-gram card. I've reverse printed using the backing paper, page 3 and page 4. Everything else is single-sided. Okay, let's get started. I've used my Cricut machine, and I've used the print then cut feature. I've got a video on how I scale everything proportionately if you want to go down that route. If you're cutting by hand, yours will be just a little bit bigger than mine. And you've also got these little fiddly window sections to cut out here. You've got a peekaboo there. So let's make a start with these. I'm going to score where the skirting board meets the blue on the bedroom page, and where it meets the tiled floor in the kitchen. And I'm going to fold them in half, right sides facing, and make sure I've got that lined up nicely. And the same with this one. And then I'm going to place the two top sections together with those little window pieces lined up, and I'm going to glue those together now. So, oops, nice little bit of delicate gluing around my window section, so that all sticks nicely, and then all the way around this top section. Then I'm going to place these two pieces, one on top of the other, lining up that little peekaboo window. It looks lovely already. I'm really excited about this one. Couldn't wait to get up this morning. Finished designing it last night. Couldn't wait to get going with it just now. So there we go. This is the basis of our pop-up. Look at that. We've got our bedroom on one side, and we've got our kitchen on the other side. Wonderful. Let's construct the pieces that go inside now, shall we? Let's have a look at putting the bed and the chest of drawers together. and see how we construct these little things. Now we've got some score marks to follow. There's one coming part way down the cushions here on the bed, on the pillows. We've got one here, follow the top of the pink line where it meets the green. And then we've got one at the bottom of the bed that's quite obvious. And we've got these other two little ones at the bottom here. So that's those. And on the chest of drawers, we've got a line part way down the pink. I've overshot on the edge of the pink so you don't see any white poking through. And then we've got another line at the bottom of this pink here. And then we've got another two lines at the bottom of the chest of drawers and the little tab at the end. And when you've got those scored, you can fold them up, fold everything up so the wrong sides are facing, the reverse printed sides are facing. And then we're going to get a little bit of glue onto the tabs. Whoops. And then we can fold the piece over, fold over the tab, fold this section to meet it so you've got two of the sections coming over. You'll see where it needs to go, and press that in place. And the same on this side, fold your tab over, and this side you fold it, let's turn it over so you can see what's going on. The headboard isn't included in this little equation, so just fold that over so it comes to the base of your headboard on the reverse side. And then when you come to open these up, you'll see that you've got these two box type shapes there, and your headboard on this one folds back on itself so that it then becomes a bed shape like that. Now we can stick these into our card. And the bed is going to sit here, and your little chest of drawers is going to sit centrally under the window like that. So you can go ahead, and I think I would suggest gluing the bottom. Actually, let's glue both of them. We'll glue the bottom and we'll glue the back of the bed as well in one fell swoop. Just going to give that a moment or two to go tacky. I'm going to do the same with this one. So we're gluing both of the white spaces. And when they've gone a little bit tacky, you can glue them in place. So to do that, I'm going to get my headboard out of the way. I'm going to centralise my bed underneath the shelving unit here, put it right up into the corner like this. There we go. What you could do actually, if you wanted to, is bring this down flat like this, centralise it, butt it up to the edge here, and then press this piece down over the top of it. And then when you open this up, the bed will open up as well to form your pop-up. I didn't glue the back of the headboard, which I could have done then. I can do it as an afterthought, which I'm doing now. So pop your headboard down in place as well. Sits just underneath the shelf. There we go. So that's the bed pop-up sorted. We're going to treat the chest of drawers in the same way. I've already got the bed down now, so it makes it a little trickier. I'm going to place my chest of drawers centrally under the window. There's various ways that you can stick this down, and you'll see when you're playing with it yourself. There we go. And then we have the bedroom pop-up done. Turn this round. Let's sort out the kitchen area now. And the kitchen's going to work in exactly the same way. We've got a kitchen table and we've got a dresser. So we can go ahead and score these. And you've got another score line. Where is it going to be? It's going to be, there's a dark line here, and then it goes into the slightly lighter area. So go where the dark meets the light. I think that's correct. I'll just check that out. Yeah, that's right. And the table has got score lines to follow as well. Like that. Let's fold these bad boys up. We know that we want to pop some glue on the tabs. On both sides. Let's fold all these pieces up into the middle. There. Get a bit of glue on this tab here. And give those a moment to go tacky. And then we can take our pieces and stick them together like that. You'll see where they need to go. They line up by themselves. There we go. So there is our lovely little dresser, looking really, really nice. Now I'm not doing heavy inking on this card, but I am just in little areas really, just to get that right white raw cut edge muted down a little. So I'll do that here. That'll do. And same again, we've got our kitchen table. Now there's two sides to the kitchen table. The outside has got this wood effect, and the bit that we're going to be gluing has got the white. So we can fold our little piece. So we've got the two white pieces showing. And pop on some glue. And then we're going to position our table underneath, centrally to the window. So pop that on. This is where glue wins out over tape runners every time. So pop this on every time. You've got a little bit of wiggle room with your glue, so you can line it up nicely. And when you're happy with that, you can squish the whole thing flat. And when you open it up, there's your table, looking lovely. And then we've got the chest of the dresser that's going to go centrally underneath the clock here. So same again, squish it down so you've got your two white pieces showing, glue over the whole lot. And it's easier to stick this one onto the back because that's where your main gluing area is. So stick that centrally, make sure it's butting up nicely into that crease. Bring the whole thing down, give it just a little bit of a squish and open it back up so that you can check everything is doing what you want it to do before you commit to that glue. I'll just slide mine over just a little. There we go. And now I can press the whole thing down. And there we are. That is the pop-up element of our card done. the glue isn't quite dry here, so I won't push it, but there's our table and our dresser there, and then on this side we've got our bed and our chest of drawers. It looks lovely. Right, let's get on and decorate the rest of it. These two pieces are our matting panels for the front and back. Now you need to decide where you want, which side you want your matting panel on. I'm going to choose to have mine so that when you open that up, the bedroom is upside down, but if you open those first two panels, you open up into the kitchen, and then you need to turn it round to the back to open up the bedroom. That's just the way that works. So yes, I'm going to pop my matting panel on so that when I open it up, the bedroom is the one that's upside down. So I can glue this on. So here's our front. I'm going to centralise this and glue it down. I have inked lightly here. I've got my nice white border on the card. If you don't want a white border, you could always consider reverse printing your two main pages of the card with a darker colour, but I really like the way that looks. I think it looks nice and clean, and I'm going to turn that over and I'm going to pop my other piece on. Doesn't matter which way around this goes, I don't think. So now we have a really lovely, sturdy and quite weighty. It feels really substantial. It feels like a real quality piece, and it looks wonderful. Right, so here's our front. So the idea is, like I say, you've got your front, you ignore that first opener and you open straight into the kitchen, and then for the bedroom side you ignore the first flap and open straight up into the bedroom side. That's the design. Let's move on to the front now. This front door here is going to sit over this door here, and I'm going to glue just 3 sides, leaving this side open. So I'm going to hold on to that one so I know which side it is and I don't get confused. A little seam of glue around those other 3 sides and pop on my door. Like that, and I've made a pocket there, and I'll just make sure that doesn't slip about, and I'm going to let that dry whilst I carry on with some other bits and bobs. And my other bits and bobs here is going to be the little paper doll. Now the paper doll I'm just going to glue back to back. She's the same little paper doll that appears in my Doll's House suitcase, only on a different scale. And I've done that partly because you've got a nice little theme running through, and partly because these dolls are such a fiddle when it comes to designing them. Right, so I've done this. I'm gluing, but I'm not gluing right to the very, very end, because these pieces, and I could have done that prior to, need to fold, and they're going to be what stand our little doll up. So I'll just fold that one. If you want to fold both of yours ahead of time before you glue, then you can do. And then I'm just going to stick this little girl back to back. She's very, very fiddly, but really lovely. And then I can fold this other little tab out of the way at the same level as the one that I just did, and then she will stand up like that. Perfect, perfect. I'm going to let her dry before I go popping her behind the door, which is where she's going to be. And let's have a look at these other bits and pieces. We've got a pocket here, which is the same width as your panel, with little tabs on. So I'll go ahead and make that happen. And I'm going to ink this one, I think, just a little, just to give this pocket a little definition. And this is a beautiful shape, and I'd like to emphasise it a little, but I'm not inking heavily here. There we are. Turn this over, ink my glue my little pocketers, my little tabs on my pocket. Give that a minute or so to go tacky. Whilst I'm doing that, I can look at this here, which is a little card to go in your card. I like that. So one simple score line, fold that over, and there you've got a little card that's going to go in your pocket. You've also got some other bits and pieces to go in your pocket as well. There's a little bit of whimsy on the back here. You could take this in a couple of directions, do a couple of things. You could stick this on the back, you could stick it on the inside, you could make this into a little pocket or a little tuck spot just by gluing at the bottom, and you could pop a couple of things in there if you wanted to. So feel free to have a little bit of fun, have a little bit of free play within the kit. Right, here is the back of our card. Here's our pocket. So I'm putting it on the opening edge. Just going to pop this down. It's the same size as the matting panel. So just place it down directly over the top like that. That looks really, really nice. And this card is now so substantial. Oh my gosh, what a quality thing. And the little card within the card goes in the back. You've got these little bits and pieces. You've got this little doll here. And you've got this piece as well, which I may actually, because we've got these extra little play pieces, I think I will. I can either put this piece on the back, but I think it would be really cute to have it on the inside. I'm not going to make a pocket out of it, but I don't think these things will fit properly in there. Oh, they would actually. I could make a pocket, but I think I'll go with a little tuck spot. So I'm just going to glue the bottom third of this piece here and pop that on centrally. I think that would look quite nice. And then my little pieces will just tuck underneath. I've got tatty edges on my sunflower, which will never ever do. There we go. And these little pieces will just tuck in the card like that. Nice little extra bit of interest. Might lower that just a little. There we are. I'll let that dry. But yeah, play about with that however you like. The little doll now is good to go in her little peekaboo home, which is just behind the door. So you'll need to squash her little stands flat and just pop her in there so she's peeping out. There. Now there is a little hidey pocket down here, and you can make this into a ghost pocket. Just line it up. It's been designed to line up there like that. So a little bit of glue around 3 edges, very narrow seam here if you can. Line up this ghost pocket. There, let that dry, and then you've got a space then for these little pieces as well, 1 or 2 of them. If you want to, we've got a little tag here that says with love. You could pop that wherever you want to pop it, really. I might pop mine on the back there like that. I like that. I've already got an awful lot going on the front, haven't I? So there we are. We are done. Our little girl is sitting in her little pocket behind the door. I've squished out her little tabs that I can open up when I want to. She lives in this door pocket here, like that, just peeping out. I've put my little cat in my ghost pocket. If I turn it over, I've got my card within a card, and inside the card I've got a little tuck spot that I've got these couple of little pieces, the little puppy and the sunflower, and I've got this beautiful rag doll as little tags, little writable spaces if you want to. So they live in the pocket at the back. And we turn it over, and I'm going to ignore, hang on, let's take her out. Let's bring this little girl into play. Ignore the first opener, going to open straight into the kitchen. I'll have to go on an angle for you guys. And there's our little doll. She'll stand up in the kitchen like that. We've got two little pussycats asleep on the floor there. And then for the bedroom, I'm going to ignore the first page, open straight onto the second page. And there is my bedroom. And I know that the little doll fits on the bed like that. And there you go, we're done. I hope you love making that. I hope whoever you gift this to and send it to really loves it too. It's a really, really nice take and makes a beautiful, beautiful greetings card or a happy mail, perfect for a little girl or a big girl alike. Have lots and lots of fun, and I will see you next time.